And this is where Britain's top commentators speak out on controversial issues without the fear of the cancel culture sweeping the rest of the media. And welcome back tonight to the king of comedy, Britain's best entertainer, Jim Davidson. And look, fans of our beloved Boris Johnson may be crestfallen to hear that the former PM will not be appearing on this year's series of I'm a Celebrity, with the spokesperson for Bojo quashing rumours that he's going to enter the jungle. But after former Health Secretary Matt Hancock became a ratings hit on last year's show, ITV bosses desperate to try and shame another former PM, Liz Truss. They want her, but if they don't get her, they want Dominic Raab, Sajid Javid or Kwasi Kwarteng. But Jim, Boris has made the right decision to turn this down, right? And don't you think the others should just say, no, I'm not taking your money, ITV, because what you're going to do is ruin my credibility and my reputation?
Do you know what, Dan? I bet they've not even seen the programme, especially when Matt Hancock went on it. I can't imagine them setting their alarm clocks to sit up and watch him. No, I don't think there's any truth in it at all. When I was going in the Big Brother house, I won it, by the way. Biggest ratings I've ever had.
What year was that? Remind me, what year was that?
Anyway, 1980, I forget. I think it was 2013. Or 2014.
Yeah. I remember that series.
And I fell in love with Dappy. I loved him. Guy. Dappy, great guy. He talked like that. Anyway, I think that this is ridiculous. They just make it up. Apparently, they play these games so everyone wants to see who's going to be in it. If Boris goes in it, there'll be no one happier than me. I think he's great. He makes me laugh. But you've got to imagine the rest of the contestants alongside him, because there'll be no more money left in the budget to give everybody else. You know, they'll have to have Philip Schofield or someone sitting on a rock next to him.
Now, look, Britain's Got Talent judge Amanda Holden got a lot of folk hot under the collar this week, Jim, as Sky History released, now keep calm, these steamy nude shots to promote her new show, Sex, A Bonkers History. Now, this comes just days, though, after Amanda drew criticism from Andrew Tate after posing in her bikini on Twitter. He told her there was no need for the saucy snap. So, Jim, are you team Tate or team Holden on this one?
Well, I don't know who Tate is. I know he's got a gallery somewhere next to a river in London, but I don't know who he is. I've looked him up and he's in a bit of trouble. But, do you know, what did he say that was that bad? I mean, he only said, come on, you're a mother, you're a grown-up, you know, why do you need to do this? I can see what he means. Now, I've met Amanda. She is fantastic. And she looks quite good if you squint your eyes, you know, at a distance.
She looks amazing, come on.
But, well, she does look amazing for her age. But why would you keep walking around in a bikini? It's like that Marlene Klaas. You never see her in a frock or anything. They're always walking around. And are they airbrushed, these pictures? Or does she have herself ironed before she gets in them? I think she looks great. Now, I'd like to see her in the jungle. Yes, don't you worry about that. That was that Marlene Klaas as well. I ended up in a snow trip with her, you know. I jumped out of a helicopter in Norway and went up to my neck. She jumped out after me and landed on top of me, and we couldn't move in the snow. There you go. Here's a bit of gossip for you.
You lucky man.
The trouble is, though, she didn't have a bikini on. She had a great big waterproof camouflage top and a bulletproof vest.
No bikini there. Now, look, Jim, Costa, Costa hasn't been a good week for them, facing this massive boycott after running this cartoon of a trans man with a double mastectomy scar. This was on the side of a Costa Express van. What do you make of this, Jim? And is it right that they face a boycott? Like, is this Costa's Bud Light moment?
I think it might be a Bud Light moment for them, because the Bud Light thing was quite funny and we all laughed at that person. But this is just not good, showing a mastectomy. There's people watching this show, Dan, that have suffered mastectomies. And, of course, it affects all the family and everybody. And I mean, camera should pan down, see if he's got them Dr. Martin rainbow transvestment boots on as well. I mean, have we gone mad? I don't go in those coffee bars because I don't particularly like coffee, but if I did like it, I wouldn't have any of it. No, I think it's time to fight back. We've had enough of this woke and cancel culture and accusation culture. We don't want any more of it. We need to be grown-ups.
Yep, couldn't agree more.
Coffee.
Couldn't agree more. Now, look, Donald Trump, he's going to be indicted for a third time since leaving office. This is all going to take place tomorrow night, Jim, while we're on air. So it's going to be a blockbuster show from 9 p.m. But his son, Donald Trump Jr., went on US TV today and made it abundantly clear why he believes his dad has been targeted.
Father's right. Why did they wait 2.5 years? You know why? Because he's leading in the polls. Because they're afraid of him becoming president and dismantling the Uni-Party, dismantling the deep state. I don't believe in this level of coincidence anymore. It's truly sick. We're living in a banana republic, and, you know, there's no other way about it.
Jim, it's difficult to argue with that, isn't it? The banana republic line. I mean, really? They want the guy leading in the polls for the Republican nomination to be running for president behind bars? I mean, this is so wrong.
It's all a bit funny, but they're different. Just because they speak a similar language to us over there, it doesn't mean they're anything like us. So we find it slightly odd.
True.
I quite like Trump. We need to get him over here. There wouldn't be them people spraying orange stuff everywhere. Mind you, it looks as if he's been got at by them Just Stop Oil protesters, because he is a bit orange, isn't he? Yeah, he has been sprayed up. But if you have a look what's going on in America, why don't they leave old Trump alone, get Biden some pills and a Zimmer frame to take, and tell him to have a little lie down in a darkened room and try and sort out their homelessness and their drug problems. We're all sitting here in this country talking about should we relax the drug laws, and look what's going on in San Francisco, in New York. It is shocking. And to be honest, you know, I've had a shady past, but I don't like people who take drugs. Police, customs officers, people like that. But I think if you're talking about drugs and whether they should be decriminalised, you've got to think of the addict that's walking the street, the person that legislation would kill overnight if he could get his hands on some of that stuff.
Couldn't agree more. I'm so opposed to it. Now, look, breaking tonight, Jim, this was a surprise. Canada's woke Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, announcing that he's going to be splitting with his wife, Sophie, after 18 years of marriage. So in a statement posted on Instagram, Trudeau wrote, "Hi, everyone. Sophie and I would like to share the fact that after many meaningful and difficult conversations, we have made the decision to separate. As always, we remain a close family with deep love and respect for each other and for everything we have built and will continue to build. For the well-being of our children, we ask that you respect our and their privacy." But that was a surprise, wasn't it, Jim, given he remains in power? Not often you actually see leaders breaking up with their partners when they are running the country.
Well, how old is Mrs. Trudeau? Is she in that zone that I talk about on stage? Maybe she wants something else. Being the First Lady of Canada is not enough. There's always a reason to get divorced, I imagine. And she went on about women should be free. Women are never free. You try getting one free. It's ridiculous. You know, I could have had 6 more wives with what I paid for these last 5. And, you know, that's a typical wokey letter, isn't it? People say, I've split up with a wife, but we're still friends. No, we're not still friends. I don't talk to her. If I was friends, I'd still be with her. We put something on Twitter, we should say, we hate each other's guts, can't stand each other, we're off. Please don't phone us again.
Well, I think there is much more to this story than meets the eye. And Mr. Trudeau,
she looked like not a great Trudeau. Guy. I'm single now. She might have a few people.
Yeah. You've got to get over there. She's probably a little bit too woke for you, though. Jim Davidson, Britain's best entertainer. Thank you so much, Jim. Brilliant as ever.